And we're live! Yes, it's great to be back on the live shows. We have had the clock resetted on the StreamYards thing, and they've very kindly given me a free trial of 1 day, as you can see up there. Because I tried to go live in the morning and it wouldn't let me, so they've given me, like, I think it resets, like, you have to allow 24 hours or something, but yeah, so we're here. So let's get into, we've got a lovely issue tonight. Let's get into the comments. Hi, Steve131. Evening, Sir Mike and chat. Thank you, I appreciate that. Hello, Steve. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, that was me. And hey, yeah. And then we've got, hey, Tessa, how's it going? Lovely. And then I'm fine, thanks. How are you? I'm good, thank you. In pain, but I'm persevering. But yeah, let's get going. Right, so let's get into the mat and see what we got to do here. Okay, so this is, let's get something to wedge this cap open, this wire out of the way. So this is the Doll's House issue number 47. We're whizzing away, and we are doing some beams and putting the stairs in for Winnie the Pooh's bedroom. In this issue, you'll install the staircase and mouldings in Winnie the Pooh's bedroom. Make sure to match the angled edges of the two mouldings correctly. So as you can see, we'll be doing that. And we've also got some bits and bobs that will feed into the other room. Yeah, I'd like to get started in that room, actually. That looks pretty cool. So we've obviously got two beams. Let's just back that up a minute because it's a little bit off camera there. And then obviously it's just a simple fix here. We're basically going to be gluing the stairs in, and then what will happen is we will have a beam running along the top, so that will cover up our paper. We've got a comment there, and hope you feel better soon. Thank you. It is getting very difficult to control with the meds, but so yeah, we'll put a beam across there, and then obviously we're going to put a beam across here, hiding all that you know, bits and bobs over there. Right, and then obviously we should have something like that. It's really nice to get them stairs in. Hello, haunting going on with Angela. Thank you so much for the shout out, lovey. I appreciate that. And it's nice to see that you've got that Titanic painting. So fantastic. So yeah, it's really nice to get that staircase in, which is lovely. All about Cinderella's glass slippers, created by the Magic of Cinderella's kindly fairy godmother. The sparkling glass slippers are the symbol of young Heron's hopes and dreams. Hello, Queen of Diamonds. I've been waiting for you. Look at this, just up your street, just for you, Yorkshire tea. I didn't have no Tetleys, and then the shop I actually found some Tetleys today, so they're back. So I got lumbered with Yorkshire tea. So yeah, what did Rosebud say? She's put, come on. Hi everyone, I hope you're well and okay. Yes, I am. I did a lovely show with Tessa earlier. So yeah, right, let's get into the bits and bobs. So this is the section that we worked on in a previous issue. Now, when I was doing some test fit, because it's a really tight gap to feed this in, it did actually accidentally scuff it a bit up there, but the stairs are going to hide that, so I'm happy with that. So first things first, what we need to do, these are the beams that are going to go across here, but we need to glue this staircase in. Now, as you can see, if you put it in like that, it's really, let's make this camera, it's getting on my nerves there. But it's a really tight fit to push that in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of like guide it in as best as we can and then go from there. I don't really want to plane it, but what we're going to do is we need to put some wood glue into a pot, into a discontinued diamond painting pot, and we're going to squeeze it. Whoops. Sorry, this always drives through like a crusty thing on it. Oh gosh. Oh, yeah, there it is. Little scab thing. It's lovely, PVA, because you can really squirt it off. There we go. Ah, lovely. And then what we're going to do is we're going to glue this into this crack, and then that crack there as well. So where's my brush? So yeah, it's really lovely we've had these stairs for a while now, so to finally get these being actually cemented down is quite nice. I'm going to put plenty of glue on this, as much as we can. I don't think it needs a lot, but you know what I'm like, I like it nice and, you know, nice and done. Don't know if it needs any on there, but I'll put some reinforcement on that as well. Just one more dollop could be done. Lovely. Right, so we've now got to try and push this in down there, but as I said, as you can see, that's now hid that thing, so it's just catched it at the top, but you'll have a beam across there. I'm not too fussed on that. So yeah, I think that's going to be good. We'll just hold that for a couple of minutes, let that set, make sure it's lovely. I have got G clamp, so what we can do is clamp it if need be. Quite happy for that to be clamped. What I'm going to do, actually, I'll just go and get my clamp, because we can clamp that while we're doing this. Okay, guys, so I found the others as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just clamp this up. Oh, look at that, you beauty, it just fits. Then that way it's giving it a nice compression there. Right, lovely. So what we'll do is we'll get to some more comments. We've got Hortons going on with Dave, Angela and Tony. You're more than welcome. I had a lift from college. Wasn't that kind of her? It was snowing. Wasn't that kind of her? Okay. Was her. So, yeah, pretty good. Right. So let's get the next part on. Now, this is a central beam. This is basically going to feed something like that, okay? Now, there will be a gap here because we've got another beam that's going to run across here, so we don't need to worry about that slight gap there. But we're going to take this off and just make sure that's all 60B. And then we're going to secure this all in with wood glue. What was that? Oh, it's a comment. My friend. Why'd you call her though? Angela, you'll like this. Let me get this beam on and then I'll show you. I love working with paintbrushes because it just gets the right amount on. And get all that down there. Only needs enough to really bond it, and then yeah. Okay, so let's get this on. It's just lovely, you know, when you get all these bits lying everywhere and you can just get more and more added onto it. So that's going to go, and again, it will cover all that up, so it's quite nice, this little platform thing. So that's going to go onto there. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Wow. That's gone on there, really lovely. Okay, and we've got, we had snow here, but I think it's stopped now. Angela, I've got something for you, lovey. Look at this. I've got a charade of the crochet. Now, this is going to be on the craft channel. I have no plans to bring it to this channel because it's basically like a crafty thing. So I have got issue 14 as well. Lovely woman on Vinted had it, so I bought it off her for £1.50. Yeah, she didn't want the full wax; she wanted £1.50. So the great thing is with Vinted, if you love heart it, they send you offers, and yeah, I got that. So that's going there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to seal this up with that part along there next. So let's move this up. This room's really taking shape now. Hello, Sunny. Hi, Julie. You all right? How's it going? Lovely to see you again. And hi, Sunny there. Right, so let's get painting. Angela, what was that big book thing that you had? Was it Agatha Christie? You bought something from, was it The Works? Massive chunky book collection. Oh, do you know what? I want to get the, you know, the Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. They've got a lovely collection of that. And they've got all the Harry Potter books. So I mine up that as well. Because I'm debating, do I get the book or do I go for the Kindle version and read it off Amazon, you know, on my tablet and stuff. So this is a lovely, lovely beam. Now we do have beams that go, there's another beam that runs along the side here, and then there's some that go on the side panels down here. So, yeah. But it's just lovely to be using this glue up because I've had it for so long and don't really get an option to use it very often. That's what I like about buying it, because I can pay £5 and it lasts me ages. So that's not whole, by the way. This is not whole. That's just a grain defect there. So I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to put this onto this side. And that, my friends, is going to seal that crack up right there. So that little bit that we patched up really doesn't make a difference. There is a slight gap here. What's happened here? There's a gap. Why is there a gap? Maybe that has to be shunted up a bit more. There we go. So luckily I was able to just fix that. Now, what I will say is, that's on lovely. There is another beam that runs along here, and I think there's another one along here. But there is a beam that goes in here as well. But what we've got a problem with, we're going to have to do some patching up here, because there's something's gone wrong here and it's scuffed it a bit, I think. So I've got some spare sticker that I'll do that at a later date, and we'll just patch that bit up. But yeah, it's really quite nice. Really, really looking lovely. So that's that part. And then all we need to do next is basically, once we've done that, why the hell is there a drill in here? Look, Tessa, they get everywhere, look. So then what we need to do is we can put Winnie the Pooh's little stand thing that goes over the back there. And then with the help of Peter Webster, we have now got the mirror. So obviously Winnie the Pooh's mirror must, I don't know whether it goes in here. Does it go in here? What is this? His bedroom. Maybe it goes there. We know it goes against some wall, but I reckon that goes in there. I think this is the sleeping bay and this is his living room area. Or if you wanted to, you can mix it up. You don't have to necessarily copy them. You could have it over here, or you could have it on that wall. It doesn't really matter where you want it, but I'm assuming that's his bed. So I'm going to put it against that wall there. But yeah, it's all filling up, and I'm afraid that's all it wants us to do in this issue. So yeah. So it's a very short issue, I'm afraid, but we do have an exclusive now. I'm really happy with that. As I said, to have, you know, the stairs and all these beams lying everywhere. We've had the stairs for some time, so to have that finally fitted in is just wonderful. And obviously I need to do, this is masking tape or something on that. So I need to have a little bit of a clean up there, but I can get that off with a baby wipe or something. But it's just really, really cool. Now, what you can do, what I think I'll do is, because obviously if you're going to pick up the house and then you're going to move the house for whatever reason, this is all going to slide all over the place. So my plan of action is I'm going to get some glue dots and then put them on the feet here, and then I can cement it into place. Once I'm happy, I need to work out what else is going in here. And then once I've got all the furniture for this room, I will get some glue dots, and then I'm going to glue them into position where I want them, because I don't want them sliding all over the place. But yeah, so what I've done is I've also put a clamp here so that can cement itself. But this is looking really lovely. I'm really, really happy with this. It's really lovely quality, that. And yeah, wow. So pretty good. Okay, so let's move on to that for the minute. So yeah, that was a pretty good issue. I'm really, really enjoying this. We have got, let me get through some more comments and we'll let this cement. And then I can show you what we've got coming up next. I did find one of the walls today, which is, it's a purple wall, but it has like a tiny little window cut out of it. So I think that's something to do with issue 14. Let's go through some of the comments. Hi, Sunny. Yeah. And storm warning again and again, buried in snow. Well, you need to be careful then. You are very loving the snow. I actually done that once. It's so funny. So I built an igloo with my brother, and we done like this igloo thing, and I got stuck in it. So the only way I could gather to get out was to push the snow shovel, and it snapped. So then I blamed it on my mum, and she got the blame. But he left me there, like I was stuck in this fucking tunnel, and he left me there. Didn't even help me. I could have, like, you know. But anyway, thank you. I got them all. Yeah, I got them all. What? Got them all. Oh, right. The Agatha Christie. I need to phone Byline, because the last time I called them, they said that there was a payment problem. Their payment systems are down, so I can't make the payment to get the next shipment. So, oh, and by the way, we've had a really big shipment delivery. So I think it's Marvel movie. I think it's probably Moomins. So we could be doing the Moomins next week. Can't even see out there. Oh man, I remember we had some at Christmas time like that, and it was getting very close to Christmas, and I'm thinking we're not going to make it over there, you know, because I always spend it with my relatives. But yeah, we got over there. What was that? Diamonds are forever. Diamonds, they go everywhere. I know, right? And face up, yeah. I'm going to do 2 more comments, and I want to get into the exclusive. By the way, here's something special for you. Take a look at this. So there is a very special build. I'm not going to go into too details, but it's a very special build that is taking over from the Epic Stowbar. We're edging the near. But have you noticed we seem to be edging the near on all the collections? I mean, the Dodge is what, 120, is it? The Doll's House is scheduled for 120, but there is talk that it's been extended for a tree house or something. So I don't know if that's going to finish. But all the builds are sort of like finishing all together. It looks cool with the mirror and the shelf. Yeah, as I said, once I'm happy, I need to work out what else is going in that room. Once we've got all them in that room, I'll then look at glue dossing them in, because I want them fixed. I don't want them sliding all over the place, so I want them fixed in that. Let's get another comment. Let me just change that banner, because I think we've skipped that. Okay, so this one, yeah, I'll have this one then, and that one there, and it looks cool. Thank you. Yeah. I'm sorry it's a quick issue, but there's not really a lot more we can do. It's nice when you get quick ones. I'm building a snow tunnel. Okay. You're going to have to show a video on that, Julie. I got something to put on my channel tomorrow night. I got it when I was ill. Oh, right. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. Well, right, let's get into the exclusive now. So... But this, I have finally, are you ready? It's not so exciting, but are you ready? Ta-da! We've got the missing issue. Yes, you know I said that I was out of issue 50. Well, I have found issue 50. And issue 50 consists of the missing beans. I've just realised this is not the exclusive. I've made a cock up. Never mind. But we have got issue 50 now. That was one of the issues, and it's basically they're the beams that feed along there, so we can do that. I don't know how we're going to do that. That looks very fiddly. But yeah, so we got that. But we also have this issue. I don't know. Let me go and see if I've got it. I'll leave you to admire that in a minute. Okay, change of plan. I can't actually show you. The reason being is because I did pull it somewhere, but now I've lost it again because I've had the engineering today taking off that monoxide alarm thing. So that's now gone. But I put the magazine down, but we have got this. So I can't remember what issue it is, as I said, because I've had the engineering, but we have got the next issue. This looks like the latest one that's in sync now, so hopefully it's just a case of moving on, you know. But in here, we have a little garden chair. So in here it looks like, oh, Oh, look at that. It's, how bizarre. Look at that. What the hell? I've never seen a chair like that before. Okay. I'll try to think how you would sit on that. But that's... I wouldn't want to sit down on that. So that, and then we've also got this luxury little circle mat here, which looks really lovely. I've not actually had this opened yet. With the floors, I tend to keep them wrapped because we're not using them for a while. But how are we going to get into this? Is it this one? No. This build is so enjoyable to do. It's, for me, as I say, coming from a theatre background, it's like building mini sets. But in here, we have, look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. So is this the Little Mermaids mat? Because obviously I've mislaid the magazine. It's around here somewhere, but but this is lovely. And I just find it fascinating seeing all the different weave pattern onto the back. But this is like a baby blue sort of colour. It's really posh. I really like that. It's beautiful. And then obviously in here we've got, I don't know what ceiling this is because the book's missing, but let's just have a look on. Oh wow, look at that. 51 is framing for staircase. I think I've already got that, but I don't know. Yeah, it won't tell us on that one. Okay, but this is, let's take this open, tissue wrap. Try and be careful because I want to wrap this back up, you see. And then, oh, it feels like something from Elvis Presley. But look at this. Oh wow. So that, I get the impression of why it goes down here, and then there's like a ceiling light maybe. Very lovely. That's gorgeous. But that just gives us, you know, that gives us the it really goes to show how big this is going to be. Hello Marcus, how are you? And then in here, that's a lovely room. Look at that. It's like Bananarama. Not Bananarama, who's Boney M? You know where she goes, Bahama, Bahama, Mama. But what room is this? If anyone knows, do let me know because I've mislaid the magazine. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm going like that. It's like a, you know, crystal, isn't it? But I don't know what it is. You just feel that you have to touch it. But it's just gorgeous, isn't it? I mean, yeah, I reckon, because remember that I'm backlogged on everyone's videos, so I haven't got round to everyone's videos yet. I've not watched any videos on this for at least 2 months. So I'm just trying to guess what this is, but I'm very confident, more confident than not, that there's going to be a wire feeding through here. We'll put the light in, and then I reckon there's going to be some sort of lampshade on the bottom. I could be wrong. But yeah, this is lovely. Whatever room this is, clearly has an offcut. So I'm assuming this is going to be a floor that's towards the outside, overhanging Winnie the Pooh's room, maybe. But it really is going to be a beast. I think it's really, really lovely. So yeah, I can't wait to get in that. It's a shame I can't find that magazine, but yeah, never mind. But yeah, this carpet's gorgeous. I really like that. So pretty. I think that's Frozen. I'm pretty sure that's Frozen, but I think on the back that's the best one we've had out of all the carpets. But yeah, I quite like that. So we will try and get this back. You always know, don't you? Like once you get it out, it's very difficult to get back in. But I will tackle that later. But yeah, as I said, one last thing. This is basically Disney Crochet, and I will be doing this on the Crafts channel. That's Crafts with Mike. I feel like this is a crafting thing. So at the moment, I'm only collecting the issues up at the moment. So this is number 8. I've got issue 14 from a fantastic woman on called Celia on Vinted. So she gave me it for $150, which was great. So this is basically another collection that I do, but it's obviously with the other channel. Do watch a channel called Bella Coco, I think her name is. She's fantastic. Really, really great tutorials and stuff. But yeah, so I've had this for ages. I just haven't had the chance to have a look at it yet. But yeah, I'm a bit about everything. I like to do. Oh look, you've got some sort of you know when your glass is hot. That's what that's for, I reckon. And then we've got alternate stitch. Oh, Tayana. Rapunzel and Maria. I've actually got that one because someone else sent me a pink one. Oh, looks the Finding Nemo key fob. Oh, no more hunting for lost keys. Oh, that that reminds me of that song. You know, have you ever been in that situation where you lost your keys and your mobile phone? When they're attached to the ebullient one, and oh, Alexa, what's an ebullient mean?
From babygaga.com.
Baby Gaga.
A charming name that can suit any little girl.
Alexa, stop. Since when was ebullient Lady Gaga? But yeah, this is really lovely. Basic spiral stitch, apparently. Oh, look. You see, I wouldn't want to do that because I would be afraid that, like, if you put your keys down, it would get dirty. So I wouldn't want to do that. I'd like to have that on a show. I'm in the process of getting a fish tank. Basic spiral there. It's really lovely. It's a lovely green, that. And then Mickey Puffy. So if you want a Puffy, a child will love to perch and play on this special seat style to mimic Mickey's signature outfit, complete with buttons. So that's pretty cool. I mean, there's these new things now, isn't there, where you get iPhone bean bags. So yeah, don't know how big that will be, but yeah. And then Mickey Puffy. This is a rewarding piece to make in the basic stitches that are now part of your repertoire, as it is crocheted in the round. In the round, you do not turn the work. Lovely. Things to come, yeah. So yeah, it's got loads of things in it, but I'm in the process of just stockpiling these at the moment. You know, I feel like I want to start it when I've got all the issues, but that will be on the craft channel for that. But yeah, so make your icy frozen granny square. Why is it called granny square? But yes, that's that. So let's come on to here and we'll disconnect this one. But I have had a delivery today. There we go. See, I remembered this time. I've had a delivery which I think I'm more confident than not that it is Marvel movie and the Moomins. So we could be doing the Moomins next week. Obviously, I've got to see the specialist because they cut the tooth out. They were yanking it, couldn't get it out. And the other guy came in and he couldn't get it out. So I've got to see the specialist on Tuesday. So the plan of action is I'm going to get the 1 o'clock train because my appointment's in the afternoon. And then what I can do is rather than go over to my relatives, pick it up, lug it to the dentist, then come back here. I can go from here to the dentist, round to the relatives, and then back on the train. But yeah, I think more sure than not that big one there, I think is probably Marvel movie. That far one behind, the little rectangle one, I think that's probably the Moomins. I know for a fact that white one is the Disney crochet. And then if there's any diamond painters on here, that one there is from GBFKE. So yeah, we've got a lot to get. So that's good. So yeah, lots of different things to do next week. It's been quite a nice week this week. We've done a little bit more on the Eddie Stobart, which was painstaking, but we got through it. I need to do a part 2 on that part, and then we can move on to 74. And it's got to the point now where I don't want it to end. It's getting closer and closer, and before you know it's going to be ended, but I don't want it to end. I've really enjoyed working on it. There has been, with all builds, there's bits that push your buttons and that, but, you know, that's why I took that break and then, you know, reassess it. But it's finally got over that little hurdle thing now. And the last time we had a problem with that was, do you remember what was it, the chassis? Something to do with the chassis. I was getting so fed up and I was about to fight at the window. And then you lovely lot told me to make a U-turn on it. So I did. Granny Square. Right, where do we get up on the channel here? So let's just change. Let's do that because I keep forgetting to change it. Let's move this back up here. That was a really short issue. Oh, I need to show you something. I'll do that in a minute. My snow tunnel build is getting huge. Are you trying to whet my appetite, or is this clickbait for your video? You need to. That's not the right comment. We've missed loads. Where have we got up to? It must have been. No, we've gone further up there. Oh my God. Right. It must have been that one. Yeah. Because you said something about you was ill. By the way, your face is really like, you can see it's really red. So I do hope you're okay. You can get Cifrine, which is a cream. I use this because I've been getting, it's like eczema sort of thing there. So the doctor gave me this, which is called Zeravine. And it's basically a moisturising cream with natural oatmeal to hydrate dry skin conditions. So, yeah, that might be an option. And then we've got Laugh Out Loud. You're in a funny mood tonight, aren't you? I took mine out of my bedroom. Do you like my goatee? It's really cool, isn't it? I took mine out my bedroom. It's downstairs. I'm actually cutting it off tomorrow because it irritates me. When it gets round there and then it starts to dig in the corner of your mouth, it has to come off. Right, what was that? I took mine. Please stop pinging me. I took mine out of my bedroom. It's downstairs. I'm really lost now. What are we referring to? Good evening, Marcus Botley. Afternoon, sir. But there is a really special build taking over the Eddie Stobart. I've already got it, and yeah, I think it will surprise a lot of you. But I don't know what fan I'm playing at. I had an email. There is no more further information on RoboCop, and the LNI has now been pushed back to April. So my concern is what happens if we get to April and then it's pushed back even more. I mean, we've been waiting ages for this. So I hope they don't push it back again. Afternoon, yeah. Hello, it is the evening here, 5 past 8. Good, thanks, mate, yeah. Winnie the Pooh, yes. Again, with Winnie the Pooh, I plan to use glue dots and then we'll just fix it into place. Because you might put the furniture in and then you might want to change it around. So I want to be more sure than not where I want to put that. Then we've got the boat deck of the Titanic build is really coming on well. It's huge. Yes. I need to get to that. I really haven't had the time to look at Titanic. My main focus this week was to try and get Eddie Stobart back to where we had it, because that's the longer I leave it with fixing the problem, the longer it's going to backlog as getting ahead. So yeah, I need to get back to Titanic at some point, but next week's probably going to be Marvel movie and Moomin. So awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah. Starting a jumper tomorrow. That's lovely. Yeah, I wanted to do one for Teddy, who's my nephew. Remember I said on the craft channel I want to do like a hat, but it's finding the time. I don't think I will get around to doing that. Yes, yeah. And then my snow, what's that? My snow tunnel build is getting huge. Did anyone see on the net? Oh my God, right, it was bloody hilarious. So there's these plays on, Anglian News. Well, ITV News, but Anglian Water has designed these overground pipes. Like, it's literally overgrown. It looks like an eyesore, absolute eyesore. I'll see if I can find a picture of it, but it looks awfully. Yeah, look at this. It looks awful. Oh, you can't hear it.
I wouldn't want to have that through the fucking street. Look at that.
What do you have?
Oh my God, it's an eyesore.
Wait, look at all that.
You've got
Imagine
all that
having
shit.
that.
That's all poo in that pipe. It outruns your fucking
Oh,
ass.
why would you want
Oh,
that?
that's taking the piss.
I mean, why? I wouldn't want to live like that. Apparently, there was no way that the only way around it was to build it above ground. And what they want to do now is to shove this thing through the existing pipe underground, and then it basically hardens or something to create a pipe within a pipe. But yeah, I wouldn't want to live there. It looks an eyesore. Could you imagine people doing monkey climbing along it? My snow tunnel, yeah, okay. I can do that square, lovely. Yeah. Build, yeah. I mean, some of the builds that I get, I do collect. I do like to collect them, and then I do them the other day. And I haven't forgot about the Sovereign. I'm working on it's when I can book a slot in. My snow tunnel build is getting. Yeah, you've been saying that. What are we referring to here? And then we've got another one there. Arrives late and sits down quietly in the corner. Arrives late and sits down quietly in the corner. What does? And then we've got that company makes a lot of mistakes. They did that in the art of crochet, so be careful. What, harsh share? Well, it's quite interesting because with the Eddie Stobart 73, there was a section in there that said we had to swap some pipes around on the engine. Normally they put a flyer in it, so we're going to have to be double sure, more sure than not, that we're checking them pages. It could be that they've cut the leaflets now. So yeah, I'm still waiting for them to see, if, you know, tell us if we've got to change all these cables, but I'm not ripping it out. There's no way. So I've got a plan of action. If need be, what I can do is get a small extender cable, which I know can be done. That company makes a lot of mistakes. Yeah, okay. And then we've got Harshette, to be fair, are very good at picking up problems. You know, if there's a problem, they will pick it up very fast. Buy beware. Buy beware. What? No, Harshette's really good. You need a bigger place. I don't. Trust me, if I needed to free up room, I could easily, you know, knock down the cupboard if I need to. I've always got room. I sacrifice things to create room. Yeah, and then we've got, I've seen that I've been eating rubbish. Well, there's no way I would do that, but what was the thing I wanted to show you? Right, yeah, so 47. Now, we've done 46, so we're up to the bit with this this lighthouse. So, the plan of action is, let me go and get, I need to file these anyway, so let me go and get my thing, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so yeah, what it's going to be is it's going to be a lot of like at the front, at the back, at the front, and then the plan of action is to squeeze it into the middle. But yeah, what we need to do, so what I do, what was the one we just did now, 46 or was it 47? No, 47, yeah, this one. So the ones that I read, the ones that are finished, I put at the front of the binder so that I know that I'm finished with that. But the one we now need, looking at 48. But we've got issue 50, which is great. Oh, I don't like the staff. They're all new ones, and it's not the same. But my friend said she's staying there till May, so that's good. Right, yeah, so this is, I'm really hoping that we can move from 48, 49, 50, and so on and so on. But 48, yeah, so this is an easy one again. So you've got the lighthouse. You basically put in a battery in it, and then you've got two beams, which I assume are the, yeah, there we go. So these beams are the ones that run along the top. So you're going to have ones that run along the top of there and what have you. Easy, easy, easy. We can get through that, job done. So that's 48 sorted. 49, I don't know where that is because it's not filed in here. So does that mean it's missing? 49 is Winnie the Pooh's bedroom finishing strips, apparently. And then 50, see again, 50 is really good because we get to go, let's all fly a kite under the diamond night. So we get to do that, put more beams on the side. So that's what I was telling you about earlier. So we're doing that. And then we hit a problem because 51 is something to do with framing for staircases. So that's where we get a problem again. I haven't had time to sit down to figure out where the gap is. There's a gap between 5 onwards, I think, which I don't know. I know there's something wrong with 4. Yeah, see, this is where we're going to hit a hurdle again because 51 is making books. So you make books and then we hit a problem because we then have to install it into a floor to which we don't have at the moment. So I think what we'll do, the plan of action, let's put that in there. So the plan of action, if we do 47, so I'm going to save probably 47. I fancy doing some at the weekend, you know, so I might do that then. 50, what was in 50? So 50 we can do. That'd be Monday's job, if need be. And then it's hitting a problem at 51. So then that's where we've then got to go back at the front. What is the problem with issue 4? Let's have a look at issue 4. I know I did something on it. So we did the table. I know for a fact we did. Oh, right. Right, that's what it is. Right, yeah. So I think we're good for another 4 weeks because this is what happened, right? So I remember now we were doing the table and then that's where it hit a problem because we didn't have the frame to put them doors in or whatever this green thing is that's over there. So now we've got that frame. I think we can persevere and move on with that. Yeah, because they're going to go into their cushy. Lovely. And then the doors go in. Beautiful. Okay. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. So that's leading us up to 4. Now, when I do my magazines, what I do is when I film it, I move if I haven't got round to that yet, I move the magazine that I've just filmed and I move it to the front of the binder. That tells me that it needs to be read and shred and scanned. But then after 4, we've got a gap. There's another gap from 4 going up to 11. So I don't know. It could be that I've done 5, 6, 7, and 8 and I've read, scanned and shredded. But I don't know. I need to go back over that footage and double check what the problem is. And then obviously there's another gap between 12 right up to 19. So there's a massive gap between 12 up to 19. And then I think, because remember when I set this file up, they were coming in all over the place. So then it goes from 19 and then 20 is missing. 21 to 20, 22 and 23 is missing. 25, 26. I don't know what's happened to 26. I need today to sit down and figure out what's going on here. But yeah, we're good for another couple of weeks. We will try and figure out what's causing the gap here. But the other problem is we need to try and get Mickey Mouse's room sorted. That is what's holding us up at the moment because I need the back wall. That's what's really holding us up. But I don't know what. I think I've got the wall. Something's really wrong somewhere, which I need to look into. Because let's go and get the fish tank a minute. I'll be back in a minute, yeah? So this is the problem because this is the problem. I don't recall. I need to go back over the footage, but I don't recall getting this wall here or this wall. I don't know what this wall is. I think there's probably a wall along there. And I don't recall getting this part around here. So again, this is what's holding us up as well, because until we get this, it can't move on that way. And I need to look back and figure out why there's so many gaps. I don't know why this is, as I said, I don't know how this has got like this. I know when I set the file up, they were having problems. They kept coming in all over the place, all back to front. They still do it now. And this is like several months on. They don't come in sync. And this is what really is the problem. But rest assured, we will get this as moving as best we can. I've seen that eating rubbish, yeah. XD marks the spot. Enterprise D. Yes, I don't know what's happening with that. It still says pre-order coming soon or something. So I don't know what it is, but Fan Home, I mean, a lot of us was geared up for RoboCop, and now it just seems like they're bringing out different things, and it just seems like RoboCop is no longer on the pipeline. Yeah, I mean, I certainly want to live like that. I mean, you've got to remember there's probably, I don't know if it's a water pipe or sewage pipe, but if it's the sewage pipe, you don't want to be breathing that in. I know it's concealed and all that, but still, no. Beam me up, Scotty. Okay, I don't know what that means. I arrived late tonight, and hang on a minute. I arrived late tonight, and I'm like in school at quietly in court. Oh, I see. I see. Sat quietly, yeah, lovely. By the way, Peter Webster is sorting us out. He emailed me the other day, and he's going to sort us out some custom pins So that little bracket where the air disto bar is, there's a little bracket, isn't there? That black thing. The pins are going to be custom made through Peter, so he's sorting us out on that. Such a lovely man. Yeah, so whenever he gets around to doing that. But yeah, I'm really annoyed with how this build has come to be. It's not the build itself, it's the gap is really causing problems. But yeah, I don't understand. I'm sure we got 3 and 4. But why we have a gap around these walls, I don't know. You know, I've got the plaque flooring for in here, but there is a lot of gaps. There is a lot of gaps. So once again, let's go through how many gaps we've got, just because it's a short stream. As I said, it could be that I've took them out and I have filmed them, but I've took them out to be read and shredded. So there's a gap between, for after 11, it's 12. We're missing issues 12 right up to 18. Then it goes to 19. Then we're missing 20. Then it goes to 22 and 23 missing. And then after that, it goes 24, 25, 26 missing. Then we've got 28 missing. And then that's where it goes back in sync. Cushy. Lovely. 33, I think we've done. And then 35 is missing. 30, hang on, is that 36? Oh, yes, the wheelbarrow. 36. Oh, right. The basement walls. Okay, that's something to do with basement walls. 37, 38, 39. 40, right, so it's not really that much of a gap. So 41 right down to 47's missing. Then we've got 48, 49's missing. And then it goes to 52, 53, 54, 55. I don't know where that is. That could be that one there. And then 56. So the next one after that's 57, that's 57. The one that we've got, but 55. So there is a lot of gappage. I'm going to have to really try and look into this because something's not right here. And I don't know why we've got so much gappage. But yes, we will fix it somehow, some way. That quietly. How's the Moomin house? Yes, I'm waiting for issue. I'm waiting for the next package, which I think has come today. So I think it's in that box down there. Because that big chunky one's got to be Marvel Movie. And then the next issues, which is 3 and 4, should be that. But the next Marvel Movie issues, £50 for 3 figures. That's disgusting, if you ask me. So we may, as much as I love it, I may have to bosh that because I just don't think that's worth it. They did that with the Star Wars busts. And yeah, the paintwork was not good. But yeah, okay, so we'll leave it there. And tomorrow I really want to, I'm the type of person that I go, right, I'm going to get up today and I'm going to do that. And then it gets left. And I need to sit down and really go back over what videos I've done, what issues I've done, why there's such a big gap. And I need to work out how we're going to fix it from here. So yeah, right. I think that's everything. Yeah. So Saturday, what have we got? No, it's Friday tomorrow, isn't it? So I'm not sure what we'll do tomorrow. I might even do 48, The Doll's House. Now we're in the rhythm of doing regular issues again. I might do that and get that out of the way. Tuesday, there's not going to be Moomins or the Marvel Movie until next week because the plan of action is to Tuesday. I've got Extraction #2 because they couldn't get the tooth out, so it's fucked up basically. So the specialist has got to do it. Then my surgeon can't do it. So I'm going to get the train, go to the dentist, pick up the stuff, then come back here. We should be looking at about Moomins Thursday or Friday of next week. But yeah. Okay, so that's that. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, tap the bell if you want to be notified of all the videos I do. And let's see if that's, pull this clamp off now. Yeah. So as I said, what will happen now is we'll put a beam across here. I don't know if there's a beam that runs along there, but there's a beam that goes in here. I don't really know why you would do that. And then there's another beam that runs along here, and I think maybe one across there, but it is looking very, very spland and grand even. But I'm really happy that these stairs are in. You know, when you've had a part for so long, it's just lovely to have these stairs put in position. And it's nice when you're getting issues, and each week you can add more and more and more to it, rather than have parts everywhere. That's really looking. But if this is going to be the size of each room, this thing's going to be huge. But yeah, because even this and that, they're really big. So this is going to be a beast. But yeah, could you imagine it? Could you imagine it if I do another build of and store it at my mum's house? She'll be like, I don't want that fucking thing in here. She don't like collections. She's like, get it out. I don't want it here. But I hide it on the top shelf so she can't see. But anyway, yeah, okay, so I'm going now. So I don't, as I said, I'm not promising anything. It could be the 48 tomorrow. It might not. I might just have the evening off. I don't know. Take care, guys. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, tap the bell if you want to be notified for all the videos I do. I will see you next time. Take care. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.